Don't believe when I tell you, but I just received a download and the information on the answer to the question why and what is the purpose of the red-eyed entities that I talked in a previous video. So watch that video. So in this video, I'm going to explain one of their, I'm hearing, main purposes even. So lately I'm constantly asking questions. Why? And I'm receiving a lot of spiritual tea. And the red-eyed entities, we already tapped into this one, that they are attacking extremely light workers, people with higher souls, with higher missions, and they want to prevent them from achieving their life goal, purpose, mission, etc. Right? How do they do it? They attach a cord through fear. So 98% of the time they do it through the solar plexus chakra, where they attach a very thick cord, and they do it when you experience fear. So when you see them sometimes as a child, and I want to say that it can be that you saw them once as a child and you got really scared. Long story short, you're, I don't know what, 20, 30, 40, 50, and you're still suffering the effects. Okay, that's very important. So they attach a cord, and they can attach the cord to your chakra, infiltrate your aura, and they can also store themselves in an organ. So they can go into the liver, lung, and stomach. And so they are causing stomach issues, liver issues, pain, and also lung issues, obviously. So if you have been suffering a lot of lung infections, etc., pneumonia, bronchitis, that could be one of the reasons. So once they attached, even if they're not in the specific organ, like in the 3D, they are still, they're always going to have that connection. So whenever they want to connect to you and do something to you, they're going to do that. 222 on the number here. Oh my God, that's such a confirmation. Listen. So a very big sign that you are suffering those entities or entity is if a specific model is repeating constantly in your life. Poverty. You're giving, you're going to coaches, you're doing your shadow work, and you're doing journaling, and you're doing blah, blah, blah. And then you take off, right? You start a business, you start whatever you're starting, a great new job, you're happy, you have your money on point, and then suddenly everything destroys, everything drops. Everything's like the tower in the tarot, right? And if this cycle is constantly happening in your life, then this is a very big sign that that entity is attached to you, because it is literally sucking all of the abundance energy from you. Okay. Also, it blocks the blessing. So for example, let's say for me, I have a lot of blessings. And I have it as a blessing in my field to become a very successful, very famous, very, talented musician, or talented artist, or CEO of a tech company, or I don't know, something nice, whatever it is, whatever the case might be. Right. And then I walk that path, but then I cannot reach it. You walk the steps, and then suddenly you cannot do it anymore, and everything breaks and fall into pieces, right? So this is a sign that there is such an entity attachment to you, because they are not going to allow that you reach your purpose and your goal. And this is especially true for light workers and people who are supposed to be 5'7", I see now. I This is especially true for people who needs to be in the spiritual field and gain their money with spirituality. They're going to literally destroy you all over again. So no matter what you do, you're going to think it's a generational course. You're going to think it's programming and stuff like that. No, it's that entity. Okay, it's that entity. Especially if you have been doing a lot of work and nothing is working, and the scenario is repeating itself over and over and over again. is that entity. And last thing that's also very important, that entity, those red-eyed entities, if for some reason, let's say you do cleansings, you do curse breakings, you do a lot of things, cord cuttings, and you cleared out the cord through which it is attached to you, it can reattach itself through other people, and especially if you're a female, through having intercourse, being intimate with a man who has that attachment, right? So for me, I had this relationship that was so toxic and negative. I cannot begin to tell you how many negative things I experienced and jumped from that person to me. Okay, so please understand that it is very important when it goes to spiritual hygiene to also be very hygienic with your partners, with your friends. Be careful also at your job, with your coworkers, with whom you're talking to, 555, with whom you are sharing your secrets, your plans. Preferably, you don't say it to anyone, and be very, very careful with whom you are intimate, with whom you are in a physical relationship, because this can cause so much chaos and damage in your life that is almost basically, well, not unrepairable, but it's going to take you like years to build up what they have stolen and destroyed for you, right? So this is another topic that I can talk on, but please understand that this is very important. And now the remedy. So for me, because that was the case with me, um I am just, if you're someone who is very spiritual, someone who is good with visualization, and you know your energy work, you need to find the court. So ask the question, where is it? Is it something like that there? Why is a pattern repeating itself? Although all of the amount of work that I am doing and being so conscious and being this and that and blah blah blah, right? So at some point you're going to see a cord. It's probably going to look very thick, and it's going to go to liver, lung, stomach area, um, or you're going to see just the your third chakra. It can be also shown like that. It's going to go somewhere, right? And you need to rip it off, send it back, and also say that all of the energy that this creature, this entity stole from you, comes back to you purified, times 10, times 100, whatever you feel like, but it comes back to you purified, because this is your creative energy, right? And they have been using it to feed themselves, the matrix, and other horrible people, probably. I don't know, cannot tell you, but it's also a possibility that if a person like, Josh or Chantal or whatever, is doing negative magic to you with the help of an entity, of course, the entity keeps for themselves and gives some to the sorcerer, right? In the previous video, I told you that the sorcerers, the thing that they control entities, they're just stupid. Lack of brain cells. I'm going to leave it there, okay? So you need to clear that out, make protection, and take that energy back to you. And this is the way that you're going to break the model and the scenario that it has been repeating within yourself, within your life. So it can be poverty, it can be issues at work, it can be love issues, like that you cannot make family and stuff like that, right? It can even be like I'm hearing health issues that are reoccurring again and again and again. So try to clear that out. It's very important. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I will see you in the next video. And if you'd like to book one-on-one private reading, you can find my email in the pinned comment down below. See you soon. Blessings. Bye bye.